Taking you to Pontiac now, where another harrowing child abuse case is coming to light tonight. 3 people now charged with abusing and torturing 2 brothers, ages 9 and 11. One of their injuries was so bad, so severe, that he needed CPR to bring him back to life. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Spencer. He has more on how these boys are doing now and hoping these boys are doing better than before. Dave?
Yeah, according to the sheriff, that 9-year-old boy who you mentioned who had to be revived at the hospital, along with his 11-year-old brother who authorities say was severely malnourished, both in stable condition, both expected to survive physically. However, the sheriff adds they have a long road to hoe to recover mentally from the allegations of abuse that they had to endure. Let's take a look at who we're talking about now. The parents of those 2 boys, Arturo Bazan and the wife Dulce Bazan, along with a 24-year-old son, Carlos, have been charged with 2 counts of child abuse and 2 counts of torture. Here's what the sheriff says happened last week. They got a call from the hospital. A 9-year-old patient suffering from liver failure was unresponsive and showed other signs of abuse, bruising, and was underweight. All of this prompted a days-long investigation at the Bazan house on Going Street in Pontiac. There, authorities say they found a second victim, an 11-year-old, also allegedly underfed with only rice to eat. Both of them kept in a room where the doors and windows were covered and locked at all times. The suspects also had 2 other children, ages 1 and 4, that the sheriff says were well kept and well fed. During the course of the investigation, the sheriff says they learned the kids were pulled from school back in September. When they were at school, they were eating 2 meals a day. The sheriff says lawmakers have a chance now to pass a law that he supports, which would notify law enforcement if kids are unenrolled during the school year.
That bill very specifically goes after situations like this and prevents kids from falling through the crack. We believe that if that was actually in law before these 3 cases, we would have either prevented or intervened much faster because we would have been aware about it. And that's not the case. So in this situation, we weren't aware at all until we got the call from the hospital. And that would require, when you unenroll a child, a verification. What's the status of that child? Have they been enrolled in another school, or are they in a safe situation? Where are they before they're simply unenrolled?
As for this case, the allegations are hard for some to believe. In fact, we stopped by the neighborhood, spoke to a neighbor who says he knows this family well. He says that his grandchildren regularly play with both that 9 and 11-year-old mentioned in this report, and said he didn't notice any signs of abuse. He says he even saw those children as recently as a couple weeks ago, never suspected anything. Nevertheless, a warrant has been issued for their arrest. As you saw, they have both been charged with torture and child abuse, and if they are convicted, they face life in prison. They're both being held without bond. Reporting live tonight in Pontiac, Dave Spencer on The Edge.
Yeah, Dave, back to this legislation that's been proposed before. I know Senator Jeremy Moss has talked about it, actually sponsored the bill. The sheriff is saying, hey, let's get this done. What's standing in the way?
If I lost you, I'm going to have to throw it back to you. I can't answer that because I lost all IFB there. Sorry.
Obviously, people are wondering where this legislation will land next. We'll keep on it. Dave Spencer for us live. Thank you.